this. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you that this has been a successful day. And we are going to make this an annual occasion here in Jerusalem. So just like people for thousands of years have said, L'Shana Haba B'Yerushalayim Ha'Bnuyah, they'll be taught, I'm not sure they'll say it at the Seder, but it will be next year in Jerusalem. Next year, we hope, we had over 900 registered. People were in and out of this place all, for the day. We had a bunch of walk-ins. We're about doubling. As long as we double year on year, we'll be fine. Next year, it's 2,000 people. Now, Donna might not want to hear that, but she's up to it, and her team just did a spectacular job. I want to give Donna, and in particular, I want to call out Danielle Holtz, who really was the power behind the program. An incredible production company, by the way. These are the same people who produce the President's Conference, President Paris Conference. Think, you guys did a great job. I really want to thank you. I want to thank the Inbal Hotel. It was interesting. I saw the owner of the hotel. I said, what did you do to my hotel? I've never seen it quite this way. And it wasn't a negative thing, like, how'd you screw it up? It's like, how did you improve it? And I think he'd like to have us back. But I'm afraid 2,000 people, we might be stretching it just a bit here. I want to thank our sponsors, EGS, okay, our great law firm, Maxim Group, Cliff, DLA Piper, KPMG, and especially thank you for that great report, Goodwin Procter, and Oat Wine, which we all enjoyed immensely. And in terms of what's coming next, we're going to need to make that peak that I showed in the beginning. We're going to need you guys, okay? To get it to the next level, we're going to need the power of the crowd at our back, okay? We're going to need you guys to bring, first of all, your friends. If you guys can bring 4 or 5, 10 would be great. Friends to the platform. That's a lot of people. We really want to get this beyond the 6,000 accredited investors to 10,000 or 20,000 by next year. Haven't set a number yet, and I'm not going to say it publicly, but if you guys help us, we can get there. We'd like you to host meetings for us in your communities. Okay, we're doing all these meetings all over the place in offices and parlors. Open your homes. We'll bring the companies. We'll bring the fun. We'll even bring wine and scotch. But please help us and host us in your community. We are going to be going to all of these places and more. We just assembled a list. Robbie, close your eyes so you don't look at this. Our CFO, our travel budget is going to be, stressed a bit. But we're going to be all over the place over the next couple of months. So hook up with us. Bring your people. We'll do meetings with you. We want your feedback. Okay, this is a work in progress. The first year, let us know how we did, where we screwed up, what worked, what didn't work, your suggestions for the future. We really take this stuff seriously and urge you to do that. We also want you to post as much as you have been and continue to post on hashtag OC Global. And if you do that, OC OurCrowd, get it? OC Global, Global for Global Investors Summit. And put your pictures up from today and your thoughts, and we'd love to stay in touch with you that way. And ultimately, this is going to be about crowd building. Okay, we need to take these companies and as a group, not just fund them once and again, but to actually help them find customers, distributors, partners, getting into new markets, finding contacts with the press, and most importantly, introducing them to the kind of guys that you saw and gals sitting up on this bima, so that we can actually continue to grow these companies on a going forward basis. We've done this successfully. Companies like Abe's Market actually raised $10 million in an up round because of an introduction made by one of you guys. Okay, our company Inverid, okay, had a simple real estate investor. He's not so simple, he's a big guy, but he went ahead and not only invested his money, but he then made a series of introductions which are paying out for that company big time. This is happening across the board. What's a little bit interesting is the companies are beginning to expect this. So we're getting incoming where a company will say, okay, I need an introduction to so-and-so. I had one company who asked us for an introduction to a huge French simulation company. And my French Rolodex is sort of challenged. It's just not the strongest part of my Rolodex repertoire. And we sent it out to the crowd. And we basically said, let's start with his investors. We had the 70 investors. We sent out the request. Within 4 hours, he was introduced to the CEO of that company. So we really want your effort to help us build these companies. We're going to try to build the systems that will enable this. We're going to try to improve, by the way, our website, make it more viral, figure out how to get allocation to be not a pain in the behind, but to be something we can all understand, especially for those deals which are, rather tightly allocated. We're going to start giving points, I think, for people who are good citizens, who, make their commitments good and send their money on time, who invest heavily on the platform, and those who do crowd building. What I end with is just this sense that please go to, we call it cb.ourcrowd.com, CB for crowd building. Leave your name, tell us how you want to help, and join this army of crowd builders who, together with the crowd funders, can make some history. We'll look forward to seeing you next year. Buses upstairs are going to be at about 6:10 to the venue, so please be up there. You can get up there and mingle up there. And we'll look forward to having a pretty, lively cocktail party with a guest performance by Meir Banai, who was really a great Israeli performer. Tomorrow at 8 a.m., okay, the buses are leaving for our field trips. If you haven't signed up, there is one more field trip left with still a few places, and that's the Jerusalem field trip with a movable feast, the Israel Museum meeting, going to see Mobileye, Israel's hot new IPO, as well as our company, Site Diagnostics. And have I left anything out? If I have, come up and help me. In any event, I enjoyed this a lot. Thank you for making my markets so happy.